Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Brooke and you look lovely today. It is Wednesday, October 16th at 9:58 p.m. and this is the start of a new reading vlog. This reading vlog is going to be dedicated to reading my very first manga, the entire 7 volumes of The Girl from the Other Side. I've heard good things about this manga. From what I understand, it's about this world where there's an inside and an outside, and on the inside is where the humans live, and they're trying to protect themselves from the outside where the monsters live, who used to be human but have been transformed by some disease. And it's about this little girl who for some reason lives on the outside and the monster who takes care of her. I wanted to pick a manga that wasn't super intense, like 100 volumes like some of them are, and that wasn't very romantic. Just from what I've heard from other booktubers who read manga, I don't know if I would like romance in mangas, so I'm starting out with something cute and wholesome and a little spooky. I wanted to try and read the whole first volume today, but it's already 10 and I'm getting up at 6 tomorrow to go back to work after my vacation, so I should probably not stay up that late. But I'm about to start this before I go to sleep. I'm also hungry, so I have my grapes and my cheese sticks. I'm gonna try to read a good chunk of this before I go to sleep, and I'll update you on my progress before I conk out, I hope. So it's now 11:02. I am very sleepy, but I just finished the first volume of The Girl from the Other Side. Took me about an hour. Not bad. I think I did choose a real good manga for me to start with, because this one doesn't have a ton of panels per page and they're not super complicatedly arranged. So for someone who's still getting used to reading from right to left, it's nice. I also just realized when I got to the end that there's this little reading directions chart on the copyright page, which is useful. I actually had one of my coworkers at Barnes & Noble like a month or two or whenever ago show me how to read manga using like this sampler thing that we had, and she was like, yeah, you read it like this one and this one and this one. I'm kind of glad she showed me, or your girl would be so lost, because like I knew that this was the front of the book, but I wasn't sure if like you read from right to left on the page. This is pretty good so far. I'm excited to read the next one. That cliffhanger, I want to keep reading, honestly, but I'm really tired and I have work. You know, life or whatever. So, I'll continue reading tomorrow, maybe. If I read one of these a day, I will finish by the time Witchathon starts on the 24th, and that would be good. It's now Saturday, October 19th. It's 8:54 p.m. It's been a couple days. It's been a hot minute. I think the last first vlog update for this one was on Wednesday or Thursday or something. But I'm finally gonna read The Girl from the Other Side Volume 2 and find out that cliffhanger, what happened. We're gonna find out what happened. I did it. I did the thing. It's 9:48 and I finished volume 2. I found this volume a little confusing. There's some stuff that happens in the middle, and I feel like there was some knowledge gained that I did not gain, that I did not understand. The main character, or this character, said he was confused too though, so I don't know if we're all confused or if he knows something that I don't know, because he was ending lots of his sentences with ellipses. So I was like, is he figuring it out and he's just not telling us? What's happening? What's happening? But I hope the next book will help me figure it out. I'm not going to read it right now because I'm tired. So I'm probably just going to watch booktube videos until I fall asleep. Although I'm kind of sleeping already. But I'll have to work tomorrow so I can sleep in. So it's 8:09 p.m. on Monday, October 21st, and I've just finished volume 3 of The Girl from the Other Side, and I wanted to take the time to give some thoughts before I start volume 4. I'm going to try to get both of those read tonight because I'm a little behind because I'm trying to finish up before the 24th, which is the first day of Witchathon, and I want to be done with this by then. As far as story goes, I'm enjoying it. It's adequately spooky for what I wanted, but also not overly intense. I am confused about some of the creatures and their intent and like what's happening. There's like a mystery that we're building up to that I'm following pretty well, and I'm like, oh, this is the question. But the creepy monsters with like the special font for their voices, I don't know what's happening there. I'm still waiting to figure that out. The art is black and white, and for the most part it's fine, but there are some panels where it's just like dark on dark, and I'm like, what am I looking at? I don't understand. And that's why I tend to like color more, because there's more differentiation between shapes and stuff, and it's easier for me to understand what's happening when there's more contrast, I guess. So that's a problem that I'm having a little bit of. As far as the manga experience, I'm still thinking this was a good one to start with because of the simple panels. I'm definitely getting into the groove of reading the bubbles from left to right. Sometimes the bubbles, the way they're arranged, it's hard for me to understand who's talking. Like, some of it makes sense with like the flow of the conversation, because there'll be like 4 bubbles and like 2 or 3 of them are one person talking and then it's the other one. And sometimes like all the bubbles will be one person continuously talking through multiple frames, and I have to be like, wait, who's talking? Like at the very end of this one, there was like this big revelation that I'm about to explore more in the other one, but I was like, wait, who just said this? Because depending on who said it, it meant different stuff. Overall, I'm liking it. I'm hoping I'm going to get some answers out of this one, and then maybe I will finally really grasp what's happening, because I'll be over halfway through the current number of volumes. I don't know how many volumes there are gonna be, but I'm gonna read the 4th volume and update any thoughts I have. It's 10:16 p.m. now, and I've now read through volume 5, which means I only have 2 volumes left to read in the next 2 days. So that should be accomplishable. We should be ready for Witchathon by then. And at least we will have completed some of my reading goals for this month. Still kind of confused. Although at this point I think I'm supposed to be confused. I think that's the point. And I'm like, not so much like jumbled confused. I have like a direction. Like I have questions, like specific questions at this point now, where I'm like, this is what we're trying to figure out. And the character guy, he's also trying to figure it out. Although I feel like he knows some stuff, and then his thought process keeps getting cut off, which is kind of annoying. And I feel like that's a thing to like drive you further to figure out what's happening. But if I read all 7 volumes that are out right now, and he still hasn't been figured out, I'm gonna be upset. But it's still spoopy cute. Like, some stuff is crazy. Like, there's this giant whale now. Like, it showed up, and I was like, sometimes I like literally say holy shit out loud. Like, I look at a frame and I'm like, holy shit, that's happening. I will update when I read the last 2. I finished looking for Alaska now, so I feel like those are my main reads. And I'm in the middle of To My Trans Sisters as well, so I guess I'm also reading that, which might be what I take to work, because I don't really want to read these at work. I prefer to just read these in one sitting at home. But good night. It's now Wednesday, October 23rd. It's 7:10 p.m. and I'm about to read Volume 7 of The Girl from the Other Side, the final volume of what is currently published. I'm really hoping that we're about to get some answers because I feel like we're getting close to the answers. And if they're not in this one, they're going to be in the next one, and I'm going to be sad about that because I don't know when the next one comes out. I think it'll probably be this year. Or like soonish, because it seems kind of like maybe they published 2 a year, something like that. But this one came out like this summer or something. But I'm really hoping we're going to do that, and then we'll be ready for Witchathon tomorrow. It is 7:52 p.m. and I finished this book, and it ended on a cliffhanger because all of them end on cliffhangers, except now I don't just have the next book. And I looked it up, and it comes out in March, which I guess isn't that long. It's like 4 or 5 months. This one coming out in August, so they come out in a little under a year. But I don't have it. But let me tell you, this one got dark. I am now gonna go to sleep, cozy up, and watch some ASMR because I had a tiring day. I was sleepy all day, and I don't want to feel like that tomorrow. But I'm gonna get up early to work on my Witchathon TBR because I want to try to get that up tomorrow. Since it's the first day of Witchathon, we also gotta be well rested for that. But I will give more thoughts about the manga reading experience to end this vlog tomorrow, or whenever I get to ending this vlog. I don't really know what I'll have to say, but maybe I'll think of some stuff after I've had some time. Right now it's hard to get my brain together. I've talked about getting used to the panels or whatever, but I will coherently form my thoughts and hopefully not be too repetitive in this final clip that you're about to watch. I don't really have a lot to add. I was right. I wasn't really gonna have anything. I wanted to reflect back on the experience of reading manga since this was my very first time doing it. And I thought there would be more to say when I started this vlog. But I have come to realize that reading a manga in a big way is a lot just like reading any other book, like a graphic novel. It's just I've always been scared to do it because it was backwards. Like, that's the whole thing. And as I said in the vlog, I got pretty used to that. I picked a good starter one to help me get used to the flow, and then I basically got into it. And I'm sure as I read more manga, I might notice some cultural conventions or common trends or something like that in manga. But seeing as this is the only one I've ever read, I don't have that kind of knowledge base right now. So all I can say is I learned how to read it. And it was, you know, not as different as I always feared it might be. I don't know how much more manga I'm gonna read or how often I'm gonna read it, because there are some trends in manga that I don't know if they are for me. But the whole point of this was I didn't want to be scared to read stories that interested me just because of the format. And I think this has kind of proven to me that I don't have to be scared. That's what I learned from this video. I learned how to read from right to left, and you know how not to be scared of books. And that's kind of all I had to say. Thanks for watching. I love you. Bye.